If awakening is your core desire and that is why you hopped on the internet, I want to tell you today that there is no truth outside of you. Today's episode is going to be the last episode of Changing Your Mentality podcast. The core reason why I started Changing Your Mentality podcast is because I thought I was going to wake others up. Saying I'm awake, I get downloads, I'm meant to wake others up. But I've come to the realization that nobody is meant to wake you up. The only thing you're going to get outside of you are crumbs. Take it or leave it. What are you going to do with the crumbs you're getting? The crumbs I got that made me embark on the journey of awakening was his name, Jesus. That was 2015 July. I was tagged to that post. I was an ardent Christian, and I never defended the religion that I was programmed with. I went in search. That was the beginning of my rabbit hole journey. Like Alice in the Wonderland, I opened different doors. I even got this book. This is the Earth Sefer. Now, I was told that this book contained the other books that were removed from the King James Version. You can see the volume. I consumed this, the book of Enoch, Maccabees, the full book of Acts of the Apostle, everything. The truth is not in there. When I was sad and depressed that what I loved so much, which was Christianity, was taken away from me told me to embark on the journey of taking marijuana. Now, previously, I only know people smoke marijuana, but when me told me to take it, told me to breathe, and I did. I started getting that joy and excitement back. When I met someone that was feeling the way I did, I told her about marijuana as well, but she did not get the same feeling I did. And that was when I knew it was for me and not for her. And when the time came for me to release marijuana, I did. I did not identify with any faith. I got into every faith and I released them as well, the same way they came. So if what you're here for is enlightenment, there is nothing outside. There is nothing in the internet. There is nothing in the next podcast or in the next YouTube video you're going to watch. It's in silence. Before transformation comes awareness, and before awareness comes silence. Imagine your mind is like a pond, and every day somebody is stirring that pond. You're not going to see how clear it is. But the moment the person stops stirring the pond, you'll be able to see how clear that pond is. Now, that stirring is the constant information that we get on the internet on a daily basis. The noise on the outside of us is louder than the voice on the inside of us. And in order for us to hear the voice on the inside of us, we need to quiet the noise on the outside. All you seek is within you. Nobody is going to wake you up. No shaman, no priestess, no goddess, no ritual, no sacrifice is going to wake you up. If it is the truth you seek, then you need to go in silence. Can you dedicate 10 minutes on a daily basis? At least let that be a starting point to clear your mind in order for you to start getting clear downloads. When I left religion, I heard the people that had already gone ahead of me say that we should not eat animals. And at that time, I was a serious eater of animals. I just told myself that it's not an African thing. But the moment came when I heard from me that love is not an emotion, that love is a state of being. That what make the plants make the animals and make me as well. And I told myself if I cannot kill it, I will not eat it. That was how I stopped eating animals. Nobody told me to stop. I did myself. Because if somebody should tell you to stop, you're going to struggle. When I left religion, a lot of people said I'm going to come back. But because nobody said, Vicky, I want you to leave religion. Vicky, I want you to wake up. Religion is a lie. I did not go back, even when I was depressed, when I was sad. That the one thing I love is a lie. I did not go back. But if somebody should wake you up, if you listen or you watched a video and then you told yourself that I am going to change, you would definitely backslide. When I was told that my great grandmother served the river goddess and I am next in line, I embarked on that journey. But the moment came and I realized that my great grandmother is not telling me to do what she did. Because she did what she did in ignorance. She did not know. She was told. And I let it go. I closed that chapter. Nobody told me to embark on cleansing bath. It came from within. And it was for a purpose. And immediately that purpose was achieved. I closed that chapter. The same thing with new moon and full moon ritual. I started it and I stopped it. I created an altar and I removed everything from the altar. Because the more I became quiet, the more I got download from within me and the more I released things. Nobody told me to embark on tarot reading or Ifa reading. I started it myself. But when the moment came for me to close it, I closed that chapter as well. Everything came from within me. And that was when I told myself that nobody told you anything. You're not supposed to tell anybody anything as well. When it comes to awakening, I can tell you anything I want to tell you. But I am not meant to come to you to tell you that you should stop XYZ like I did. You should stop eating animals like I did. No, I'm not meant to do that. Do you understand? Because nobody's told me to do it. And when I got to know the truth, the one truth that is inside of each and every one of us, and I settled within myself that if you don't get this from within you, should anybody tell you from outside, you will struggle. You're going to argue till the end. But when it comes from within you and you see it outside, it's going to be alignment. Now, when you get the truth, all the questions that you're asking, it will cease. You no longer ask questions like, why is the world like this? Why are things happening like this? You'll come to the realization that the third dimension, the 3D realm, is the exact way it's meant to be. That everything is happening the way it's meant to be. You can't change it. If you want to change the world, you can't change it. But you can change yourself. Each and every one of us can change ourselves. All we need to do is embark on the journey of silence. And do not identify with any chapter. Be present I never identified with the chapter of the water priestess, but I was present in that chapter. But the moment I got to know that all of this is a lie and a distraction, I closed it. So nobody is going to tell you anything that it will stick with you. Even psychologically, if someone should tell you something, you can easily forget that thing. But when you remember, it stays with you. And when you have an experience towards that which you remember, you'll be able to follow suit. So with that, Changing Your Mentality podcast is also coming to an end. Because the reason why I started it, I wanted to wake everybody up. I wanted to change the world. I wanted everybody to be awake. But no, that is not it. The answer is in silence. Silence has all the answers. And that is why I was super excited and I created the SIS technique, the sit in silence technique. Can you dedicate at least 10 minutes of your life every day to silence? Can you just start with 10 minutes? Now, if the answer is yes, then the SIS technique is for you. All you need to do is click on the link. If you're watching me on YouTube, click on the link in the description box. If you're watching me on Instagram, click on my bio. If you're listening to me via podcast, you check the description box and you're going to see my Instagram handle. If you're also watching me on TikTok, check the comment section. You will see my Instagram handle there. And then you click on the link in the bio to get the SIS technique. Because silence is all you need. The moment I realized that, I said, I'm not putting out any video again. This is just the last video from me when it comes to awakening. I'm not doing anything again. Even nobody told me to hop on social media, and nobody is telling me to get out of social media. Everything came from within. So if you want to walk this path, you want to transform your life, then you need silence. You know, when you get the truth, you have two paths in front of you. Just like Neo did. You have the red or the blue. You can choose to stay with the truth, or you can choose to ignore the truth and embrace ignorance. Now, if you choose to stay with the truth, now you have to be ready to be alone. It's not going to be forever, but just be ready to embrace aloneness, not loneliness. Because it's not a path that you're going to walk with a crowd. And don't see the people on this path as if they are doing something evil. You were once upon a time here. I was here. Do you understand? Just like when we think people that are NPCs, they don't have a soul. No. An NPC is on an individual that does not know they are playing a game. Nobody told me all of this is a dream. I got to know from my inside. I used to hear it's all an illusion. It's Maya. This is a dream. I did not understand. But the moment it came from within, I understood. Nobody taught me detachment. It came from within. So what am I telling you in essence? The truth you seek is inside of you. Whatsoever it is you're looking for is not on the internet. It's not the next podcast, the next YouTube video, the next TikTok trend. None of that is here. Are you willing and ready to quiet the noise? Your DNA carries it. A lot of us will be like, it's in Vatican City. Oh, the Freemasons are holding it. No, it's here. What they know, you know. The only thing is the noise is too loud. The noise, the information we consume on a daily basis that distract us is louder than the voice on the inside of us. So with that, I want to thank everybody, especially Change Your Mentality podcast. I want to thank all my listeners. Because when I started, I did not know that anybody's going to listen. I just love talking. I love sharing my downloads. Thank you so much for always listening. And on YouTube, on TikTok, on IG, thank you for the likes, for the comments. Thank you so much. And with that, changing your mentality has come to an end. Because I'm not going to contribute to the noise that is on the outside of you. I want you to go in silence. If it's awakening you're sick, you need silence. Before transformation comes awakening, and before awakening comes silence. When you quiet the mind, you will get all the answers that you seek. All right? And like I used to say, I am you and you are me. I love you. Bye bye.